Hi, this is Amanda Dounis from the Positive Thinking Clinic. I'm in Hamilton Island this weekend and I wish to speak to you about mindset and exercise, in particular running marathons or half marathons or ultra marathons. I came here to do the half hilly, and it's, if I can show you, it's up that mountain, the tallest peak that you can see. It's called Passage Peak, and we do about 7 kilometers of the streets, and then we do 7 kilometers or so up that big mountain that I just showed you, and then we come back down and we do another 7 kilometers or so on another mountain. And I must say, I am an experienced runner, and it's a very emotional run because it's compared to the Sydney half marathons that we do, it feels like the Sydney full marathon because there's so much hiking involved. And I've always struggled with the fact that we have to hike up that mountain because being a runner, I want to run, yet I'm forced to walk, and then it takes 3 hours, 3.5 hours, whatever it does. And so I'm talking to you about mindset because I've been doing this for a few years, and I've noticed I've usually brought with me a little bit of a negative attitude as I approach that mountain. And so I decided, now that I've been doing some mindset and weight live videos, and so many of you have spoken to me about the struggle that you have with exercise and how to approach mindset and exercise. And although I have touched on it, I wanted to wait till today so that I can actually finish my run and let you know exactly what I went through and how I dealt with it. So obviously last night, leading up to the night before, it's, you know what you've got ahead of you. You've got some windy weather coming up, which can put you in a bit of a foul mood, but I didn't let that bother me because I know it's hot. We need the breeze. At the start, you look around and there's not many people because it's such a hard, such a difficult course. And also you have to travel to Hamilton Island, so there's an expense involved as well. So running the streets, I used to try and run up every hill, which was devastating very quickly. So this time I decided with my running partner that we will just go at a fast walking pace. So we wanted to, although we slowed down our walking pace because we were climbing these hills. And for those of you who have been to Hamilton Island, you know how steep those hills can be. So we knew that we're going to take it easy for the first 7 Ks before we got to the mouth of the mountain. But then we had a reframe and said, so we've done a third already. So we go up to the leg number 2, which was Passage Peak, which is the extremely difficult and challenging mountain. And of course it takes a toll on our legs, but we know that we're not here all day, we're not here forever. So whatever we see ahead of us, our eyes can really play tricks with our minds and make us feel extremely devastated. If you don't look all the way up where it's so steep, and you look down and you just concentrate on stepping safely, then before you know it, you've gone past all the difficult parts. And there are moments that you turn to your friend and say, I can't believe we did this again, this is devastating and I want to get out of here. But then you say in your next breath that this will pass. We're going to be out of here in an hour or 2 hours or whatever it is, whatever speed you're going. And this year we had another change of mindset, and we said we will stop and we will take photos of the beautiful scenery. And just that small moment of stoppage, you recover. Your legs get an opportunity to recover. We stopped, we stretched our backs because it's rather painful, and then we continued our journey. And then we noticed that our attitudes were so different to the previous years that we'll come back next year knowing that we suffered again this year, and again we will shape our attitude to know that it's okay, it will pass. It's not just hard for us, it's hard for everybody. And we chose to do this, and we know it's not going to last. And there's so many moments up there that you're actually not suffering, because there is some downhills and some flat areas. In fact, you have to go rather slow because there are so many injuries and so many people do fall down. Yet it's such a beautiful, worthwhile experience. And I love most of all that we've been able to do this year after year and transform our mental state into a better attitude and know that it's okay. It's only for a short part of the day. It comes to an end. So I hope that I taught you something about mindset. Things may be difficult, but it makes it much easier if your mental state is on your side and not against you. So I'll speak to you soon. This was Amanda Dounis from the Positive Thinking Clinic.